Hey people, it's Danny. If you hadn't figured that out, what do I got to talk about here? Apologies yesterday for not posting your pictures, your names in the Patreon end card. I was behind schedule. I woke up at 6 a.m. in order to get the video out by 5. I posted the last week's video late and I was punished by about half the views I usually get. So I was panicking and I really wanted to get it out. And I did, and it worked out because the video's doing very well. So as my apology, I've got Trevor here behind the fucking lens. This is not even a regular YouTube video. This is a Patreon exclusive. We're doing a fucking tour of the neighborhood I grew up in, some sentimental places. I'm gonna tell you guys about the shit that went down, the dirt. This is gonna be like that don't watch this video thing I posted when I was on my hiatus, but it's out in the wild around my house instead of just in those 4 fucking walls right there. You can film that, Trevor. Go ahead, film the house. Yeah. All right, people. Patreon exclusive neighborhood tour. It's my apology to you. Get in the car, you bitch. All right, spot I'm taking you bitches to now. We used to call it Ghost Town. When you're in high school and when there's no house party going on, you can't go to the local dive bar. You can't go drink at some public legal drinking place. So what did we have? We had something called Ghost Town. It's this little dirt road about that was like a country mile away from my parents' house, Trevor? Yeah. Just a country mile away. You drive up here, see, look at this, private roads, no trespassing, clearly marked. What about that one over there? Film that one. So there we go. Come on, Trevor. You can fucking zoom in on the no trespassing. Yeah. We paid no heed, people. No fucking heed. We come up here. Mickey's 40s, that was the thing. Getting stung. When I first started drinking when I was 13, 14, brand loyalty was strong between me and Mickey's 40s. That was my shit. So what we do is we pull up like 5 cars along this side of the road here. We'd get out. We wouldn't be the least bit subtle. We'd come pregame dances. Sometimes we just host entire night-long parties here. Get staggering shit-faced drunk, which back then was basically 1.5 40s, or maybe 40s, and then a shot of somebody's cheap plastic bottle of vodka. And oftentimes we drive ourselves home. For me, it was a lot less perilous because, again, I was just that 1 country mile away. But, I mean, oftentimes I'd have friends drive fucking cross town from here, just absolutely shit-faced. The kind of shit-faced you could only get in high school. You smoke weed?
No.
You never smoked weed?
I have before.
Okay.
Not right now.
How many times have you smoked weed?
Twice.
So when you were 2 times when you were smoking weed, you got so high it was like you were in a different dimension, right?
The first, yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to put a number on that. What is it? The first 20 times you smoke weed, it's like you're on a different planet or you're on a hallucinogen of some sort. It's kind of the same thing when you get drunk your first couple of times. You just get so shit-faced drunk, and I was a little scrawny high school kid, that I feel like me on 3 beers back then was in some ways more dangerous than me on 12 shots now. Because you just can't control yourself at that age. And that's what we do at Ghost Town. I can drink 140 Mickey's, about 3.5 beers, and I would be toasted. And we always get into the high school dances still. Supposedly they're out there checking, but we'd get in no problem. And I'll take you to Casa Roble right now. We'll go see what's going on at the high school. All right, Casa Roble Fundamental High School. I don't know what I have to say about this. I was going to say this is where it all began, but I'm not sure what began here. I feel like I've developed a level of infamy because I got kicked out of this place for the airsoft gun drive-by. I'll take you by that site. We got a bunch of strapping young lads hanging out on the front stoop. I'm going to cruise by. I want to gauge. I feel like there are murmurs that Danny Mullen went here. Like, well, is that true? Is that not true? Because a lot of kids hit me up about it. Did you go to Casa Roble? But maybe I just have a really inflated sense of my own fame here. We're going to test it out. We're going to say what's up to these guys. We're going to see if any of these fuckers know who the fuck I am. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a shouting match like it did when I went back to my fraternity for Sam Pepper's vlog. What's up, guys? What's up? We have a YouTube channel. We're just dropping by saying what's up. What's your YouTube channel? Danny Mullen. I went here. Did you guys hear about this? What's that? Yeah, you saw me at Powwow Days? Yeah, we got kicked out of Powwow Days. I got kicked out of here for an airsoft gun drive-by. I shot a cheerleader in the vagina, right? It was in the leg. I exaggerated right there, but probably not. What kind of game do you guys play? Are you guys on the freshman or JV lineup? You guys got to make fucking varsity before I come by to the games.
No, the varsity is tonight.
I don't know, dude. Am I even allowed here? What grade are you kids in? Why don't you come to the car so they can actually hear you? Who's this guy? This guy's fucking up my interview. Film this guy. I'm getting boxed in. See, this is why I don't want to come to the varsity games. I'm afraid of shit like this. Oh, it's just that guy's father. So, you guys are all freshmen?
Yeah.
You guys look kind of old to be freshmen.
A little bit, yeah.
You guys lost your virginity or anything yet?
Been done that. Fuck yeah. Been done that.
There's no way 2 of you guys have lost your
If I could
virginity.
lose it several times in a row, it's been like a lot now.
Ask him how's his life been this summer.
How's your life been this summer?
I've been in juvie all summer.
You've been in juvie by your freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
So I believe you've lost your virginity now because those things go hand in hand. What'd you go to juvie for, man?
Shot up a car.
You shot up a car with a gun.
Yeah.
And all that happened was juvie, and now you're back in school and everything's good?
Mm-hmm.
Was
Was
it-
in the car.
Got it. You were target shooting.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not that big of a deal, huh?
Yeah.
Did your parents know about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So wait, where was the car parked? Was it like
was
a
on the
Lexus
street.
in a shopping
It was
center?
in Del Paso Heights on Melrose.
So this wasn't up in the mountains. This wasn't a junker that had been.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Why'd you shoot the car?
Dude pulled a gun on me and my mom.
Okay, so this wasn't really exactly target shooting.
Yeah.
What kind of gun did you have?
34 Glock.
34 Glock? What caliber round is that?
I don't fucking know.
You should know that kind of thing, man.
I don't know anything about it. I just
These
know
people
it
want to hear the
fires.
details. Okay. Did you aim for the? There was nobody in it. You just shot it up to send a message.
I aimed for the bumper mostly, but in the back windshield.
You fucked it up good.
Yeah.
Did you total it, or are they still driving around?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, it was like 3 months ago.
Okay. Did that get you laid?
No.
Going to juvie doesn't get you laid?
No, I did get head in juvie though. From one of the fucking
One of the
staff.
guys?
From one of the staff.
Nobody
No.
buys that, dude.
No,
It's
from one
fucking.
of the staff members.
How old was this staff member?
I don't know. She looked pretty young though. She was bad as fuck.
She was probably over 18 to be working there, right?
Yeah.
So you got statutory raped while you were in juvie. Are they gonna put this girl in the female juvie?
No, bruh.
Yeah, you should play that card up, man, because in high school, girls are so fucking dumb.
That's so
When you get to college, girls are gonna want you to be going to dental school or maybe trying to become an investment banker. But while you're here, going to juvie, getting DUIs, that's what gets you pussy. That's what gets you cred.
Yeah.
So play that up, dude. This is your fucking year. I think you're gonna have the hottest homecoming date of all.
Hopefully. I don't know.
I think you will. You're a good-looking kid. You got that Ryan Sheckler vibe.
Him or Jack?
So you've lost your virginity too?
Been done that. think
I can't tell if you guys-
for these two.
How'd you lose your virginity?
It was a party. It was wild.
See, tell me more details, otherwise I don't believe you.
Ass drunk.
You were off your ass drunk.
Yeah.
You got a girl.
Upstairs,
Uh-huh.
And she was in the room.
She was just in the room by
She was
happenstance?
just chilling in the room. In her room.
And did you guys know each other?
No. Yeah.
Was there any foreplay, or did you just put your dick in her?
I just went for it.
Do you believe this, Trevor?
I don't know.
We need more details, man. You got to hammer this story out a little bit.
Huh?
What party was
It was a party last year in 8th grade. One of my friend's older cousin's birthday party.
Your friend's older cousin's birth. See, he made it distance too. It's one of his friend's older cousins, so you guys can't trace it back and verify this.
Whoa.
It's not like he's claiming he banged Abby Smith on the cheerleading squad. He's claiming he banged some mystery woman in a dark bedroom. No, I believe you, dude. I already said you were a good-looking kid. I know you're gonna get your pussy. I'm just saying, hammer out your story so that we believe you. Because right now,
What you did? I almost said Disney Channel. What's your YouTube channel again?
I'm on the Disney Channel.
Disney
Yeah, I'm a star.
Well, you're actually on Disney Channel.
No, fuck no, dude. Do you think with the way this interview's going, they would publish any of this on Disney?
Hell no.
It's Danny Mullen. Yeah, you're right, dude. We went to Powwow
I'm gonna
Days.
end up on
Yeah, I
the
seen
news.
you at
Kid
Powwow.
shoots up.
Dude, we went to the fucking parade, the Powwow Days parade, and we destroyed it. I've heard they're not gonna hold it anymore because we fucked it up so bad. Yeah. All right, boys. It was good talking to you guys.
Too. Alright.
Tell people fucking watch Danny Mullen and get laid for real, you two. I believe you because of juvie. These again, that's currency around here. And hey, the juvie blowjob. Hey, and if by some off chance it is true what you're telling me, I'll give you your nuts too. The rest of you guys, I don't know. Get in the gym, get some cool haircuts.
I feel that.
Go to Hot Topic, get a spiked bracelet. You get a lot of mileage out of that in high school
I
too.
can't lose weight. I gotta be fat for the big lineman.
Yeah, Lyman, you guys get pussy
I gotta
too.
wreck ass.
Yeah,
He
you-
stands up, the other line falls over.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, you're a big dude. How much you weigh?
270.
Holy, no way.
No, I'm being dead ass.
No way, you weigh 270.
I weigh 270.
That's-
Who is that?
Who's that? Is that a chick?
That's my mom.
That's not your mom.
Want me to go interview her?
Over there walking.
You got head in juvie. Maybe I can get head in the parking lot. All right, boys. I'm gonna go check this out. Hey, good talking to you guys though. Later. Sacramento Heat. I don't know how to do that. This is my mom's car, bro. I can't fuck up the tires. No. So right here, we came back. This was when I was, I don't know, 23, 24. We came back hammered from our local bars. We got driven back to my house by an Uber. We snuck back with cans of spray paint. I wrote 666 in huge numbers on the side of the gym. And then one of our other buddies wrote, Mr. Johnston fucks boys. Mr. Johnston was the ex-PE teacher here. He no longer works here, thank God, so I can say this on camera. But then, as we were doing this, there was somebody walking their dog up on the track with a flashlight. They get Good Samaritan instincts or urges or whatever. They come charging at us, screaming, wailing their hands, trying to get us out of here. We fucking panic. We don't know who the fuck it is. And we took off running into this fucking park over here. We'll go over there. It was the same park from the I Ruined a Parade video where they had the carnival. So we fucking jet, and I'm in flip-flops, so I think I kick them off and just go barefoot. We start charging out there into those trees. I get bit by a spider in the trees. We have to call my mom because I'm afraid all the roads are being watched for us, so we can't get away with our graffiti act. I'm afraid they called the cops and shit. My mom comes and picks us up out of the forest, and I feed her some baloney story about how we were at a house party. She fucking buys it. We're covered, there like twigs in my hair, fucking cobweb over my face from running through the forest. Buys the whole fucking thing. We get out of there scot-free. This is where I shot the cheerleader in the cooch with the airsoft gun. It was actually the thigh, but I'm gonna start embellishing that and just saying I shot her in the pussy. But I pulled out right here. My buddy was driving. I was where you are, Trevor. I put the fucking gun across my buddy's chest right here. Shot her on the move, going 30 mph or so. I even led her. I shot it over to the left. The fucking momentum of the car brought the BB in. Bam, right on the thigh. Got pulled out of class the next day. Did you ever get pulled out of class?
Never.
Getting in trouble? You got into UCLA out of high school, so I feel like that wasn't really your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I got expelled from here for that incident, but that was certainly not the first time I'd been pulled out of class. They came in. I need Danny Mullen. He needs to go to the principal's office immediately. The walk of shame out of class, or the walk of glory for some people. Because like I told that kid, in high school, the kids who get all the pussy are the fuck-ups. The kids who got the plug on weed, who are throwing parties at their whore stepmom's house every weekend, those are the cool kids in high school. So maybe I got my walk of glory out of the room, went to the fucking principal's office, cops were there, they told me what I was in for. The girl had called her, or the girl had told her mom she'd called the school, and got sent home that day, and I was instructed to not come back that year. Expulsion. All right, we're going to my elementary school. I think that's gonna be the last destination. We'll see what's going on over there.
Should I cut?
Yeah. So, I don't know how many of you have read my books, but I had this book home, and I started doing an audio book for it on here on Patreon. But there was a period right when I got out of college, out of UCLA, where I was super depressed because I didn't have any success with writing, obviously, yet, and I just started. And I didn't have a job. All my friends are going off to work at Merrill Lynch in Manhattan, or Milbank Tweed in the fucking Palo Alto Valley as attorneys. And yours truly is sitting on his mom's couch, beating off in the afternoons with nowhere to go. So one weekend night, I got hammered by myself. I drank about a 12-pack. I was driving my car around these streets here, which Orangevale, the city we're in, doesn't even have a police force, so there wasn't too much risk. But the most reckless thing I did is I'd pull over. I was grabbing trash cans. I was going one-man drunk trash can bowling. So I don't think there's going to be any to demonstrate with. I'd probably have to commit to that bit right now and actually do a trash can bowl if I saw one. Alas, it's not trash day, people. So I'd grab a trash can. I'd get going up to like 60 miles per hour on this street. I'd see a car parked. I'd see a mailbox that looks, maybe it had some ornaments on it or some. See, now I can't deliver on my promise because I forgot this is my mom's car, and if it gets any green paint on the side of the door, she's not going to be happy. But I'd fucking speed up and I'd let it go and let it hit some kind of target, and I probably did that 10 times that night, just hammered by myself. That was arguably the low point of my life in a strange way. In a car, hammered drunk, behind the wheel, trash can bowling in the boonies by myself. Turn it on. If I start making you uncomfortable, you don't have to answer the questions. Are you filming right now?
Yeah.
All right, Trevor here. He's getting uncomfortable because I'm asking him about how he lost his virginity. What'd you fucking, dude?
No.
It was,
What's halfway mean? You said you lost your virginity halfway. Halfway through high school?
no, I've had a blowjob, nothing more than that.
You haven't gotten laid?
No.
Okay. See, that's what I would expect from a UCLA boy. And that's not uncommon. That's why you need to join a fraternity, so you can get some
No,
pussy in
I'm
your...
Russian next quarter.
There we go.
100%.
You're going to lose that fucking V card. See, that's good, though. You're focusing on the important things. Fucking doing your homework, playing sports in high school, and it paid off. Those kids are focusing on picking up Valium, buying condoms, hey-mistering liquor. It's going to get them some pussy in the short term, but it's going to get them addicted to serious drugs in the long term, and working for their dad's glass tinting shop right here in Orangevale. That's how that pans out.
True.
That's how it pans out, man. You made the right choice. I was somewhere in between. My sister was the study hard, get into college right out of high school. My parents were good parents with good jobs, but I had that rebellious nerve in my body, and it got me into some trouble. Not so much trouble that I couldn't right the ship.
Have you ever heard of selling your virginity?
I haven't heard of it, but I can infer what that means from
That's
the
the
title
thing.
of it. Yeah, selling your virginity. I think it probably works a lot better for women than it does for guys.
Yeah.
And then also, how do you verify that?
With the females, they have a doctor do it.
See,
Yeah,
but you can puncture your hymen riding a horse. That's true, you can.
Should I film this?
Yeah, this is the elementary school. We can pop out and go on foot a little bit around here. There's nobody fucking around. Yeah, this will be fun. Let's go on foot.
Should I cut it now? Or?
No, let's roll. Just fucking roll, dude.
Picking up for aftercare?
What's that, man?
Picking up for aftercare?
No, we're not picking anything up. I just went here as a kid, and I'm a YouTuber now. We're just cruising around, sharing some memories with the camera, you know, all that good stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
How you doing, sir?
All right.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I got good memories of this place.
Okay.
Nice
yeah,
fight.
It's totally changed.
I know, different school. It was Orangevale Open back then when I was here.
It's a charter school now.
Is that for a school for the kids that are gifted? What does that mean, the charter school?
This is a charter school. This is a Waldorf school. It's a totally different program.
What does charter and Waldorf mean? Is that for smart kids? Is that basically,
No.
Is it for special ed kids?
No, just people who want to go be different than regular school.
Okay. If you just want to be different, huh? Smaller class sizes, they get their own computer. I've heard things like that.
Yep.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right.
We're just gonna cruise around.
What's the channel name?
Danny Mullen. Yeah. All right, guys.
All right. Yeah, have a nice day.
Let's fucking see what's going on up here. It's a charter school. I would have dug deeper into what that meant, but I don't want to make enemies with the staff here. Yeah, I mean, if this was more my fucking channel, I would have dug deep. So this is the MP room. Got a lot of good memories in here. My first memories at this school were in band class, and the first instrument I picked up was the saxophone, which, 1 second, let's wait for this to pass. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we need to get out away from things. This is very uncomfortable. Yeah. You can just keep filming. How do you get out of the cage? I want to break free onto the lawn out here, but I think we can go this way, or maybe not. No, this is just a cage through and through. We just pop over this fence, I guess. Yeah, I feel unsafe. All right, this is, how's it going?
Hi. Can I help you with anything?
No, we're trying to, I went here. I'm an Orangevale Open alumni. Yeah, very proud. And I have a YouTube channel now, and we're just going around the school, sharing some memories. I want to get out onto the field, though, so I don't bother any students or classes that are in session.
Are the stairs open on
They,
the side?
the stairs are locked right now. I mean, we can just hop over this right now. Is that okay? We're not stealing anything.
It's not okay to hop over because school is closed for the day.
Uh-huh.
So if you can find a way to get in without climbing a fence,
Okay.
for liability reasons, then it's totally fine.
No problem.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I know you can go down to the parking lot and you can get in from the side of the fence.
Got it. And I would never sue my alma mater here, of course.
We're no longer Orangevale Open.
Well, you know, same building. That's what counts. What's up, guys? Hi. Okay. I feel trapped. Hell yeah. 230,000? Oh yeah. Danny Mullen. I'm big time, man. Look into it. Dude, okay. This is like heaven for a pedophile, but it's like it's like hell for
I don't know that it's gonna make it.
but it's like hell for a not, because I don't want to make these kids uncomfortable or get sued for anything I say here. Yeah, but this was the band room, and I took up saxophone, which is strange for somebody who's not black and who's not living in 1938. But I picked up the sax, and the fucking jerk off he never even instructed me on like which keys make which note. So my way of playing, or how I tried to figure it out, is I would just watch the fingers of this Jewish chick who was really good in front of me, and I was just trying to press the buttons she fucking pressed. And the guy got mad at me for doing that. He said it was cheating, so I switched to drums. And that started the lifelong love affair with rock music. I think this gate might be open over here. This will be good. So what's happened recently? I got my cock sucked like 2 years ago right here. Not by a fifth grader or a girl who's currently enrolled. It was by an adult, I assure you. She was kind of fat. And I guess I can't really ask you if you've ever done this because you've gotten one blowjob in your life. But sometimes when you're back in your hometown, because the women that a guy should be seen out with in his hometown, where he does most of his business, you want to stick to the 7 and up range. But when you're in your hometown, and especially when you're back for Christmas break, that's when you can really start dipping into the shallow, muddy waters. I'm trying to use a fishing analogy here. It's like a fucking trophy fisherman, like he's going out and getting the goddamn swordfish and the things to put up on his wall over his fireplace. But when you're back home for Christmas break, you can drop a fucking lure into the local pond. It's got like a tire and a refrigerator in it, and you can catch whatever bottom feeders are in there. And that's what I did. Fat girl, right over in that parking spot, got my cock sucked, played with her titties. I think this just like opens. God damn it. I don't know if we should just disobey. Do you think we should hop this?
I think so.
Okay. If Trevor says we should hop this, he's the most cautious person that I've encountered this week, then we should hop it. What? Wait. This was a Danny Mullen shoot. This wouldn't even be a question hopping this fence, but for a Danny Mullen Patreon shoot on an off Friday, it's a little different. Nice work, Trevor. Thanks for getting me over that hump. All right, let's go film some playground stuff. So this playground, they actually dedicated it while I was in school here. And my current best friend, Tim, who's been in a bunch of my videos, the early Vegas videos, a San Francisco drink on the job video, his fucking sister died when we were really young, and this playground's dedicated to her. But it used to be, before they put in this new shit, there was a wooden tower right here. And when I was in kindergarten, this must have been 1995, 1994, we climb up to the top of the wooden tower, wear plastic grocery bags as parachutes over our shoulders, and just jump out. And this thing must have been 15 feet high, and we would just take the impact. I still might have crushed fucking vertebrae because of that form of recreation there. Let's go see. These are a bunch of prominent parents in the elementary school, in the community. I'm sure many of them are divorced now, have drinking problems. Yeah, it was something like that fucking tall. And as kindergartners, we just jump off that and take the impact. I don't know what else went down here. And see, the thing is, when you get older, the go-to weed, do you smoke weed? The go-to weed smoking spot becomes your elementary school, I feel. So in my weed smoking years, that was about when I was like 18 to 22, I'd come here and I'd just light up on top of this fucking play structure. What else happened around here? Let's go out in the field.
I played baseball here as a kid.
You play baseball here?
Yeah, at that shitty dugout or shitty
Backstop? What's wrong with that backstop? Dude, again, this is my alma mater, dude. You talking shit about that, it's like me talking shit about UCLA's Royce Hall. Hits you where it hurts. See, what we do is we go over there during lunch and we pull our cocks out and piss. We thought we were fucking rebels. We used to fight out here all the time too. Because as a fucking, did you ever get in fights and wrestling matches when you were in high school and when you're middle school and elementary school? Yeah, we do it all the fucking time because look at this. Look how far away from any kind of supervision you are out in this field. This is an expansive recess yard. We do it all the time. We get in fights, and oftentimes, because I was one of the skinnier kids, I was maybe, if you look at the social ladder, or I'll compare it to the animal food chain. I was like a fucking, I don't know, I'm getting myself in over my head with this animal food analogy. But as far as social status, I was like number 5 in the pack. There were like 3 dudes automatically cooler than me because they got more chicks and they were better at sports. Then there was like 1 guy who was cooler because he'd taken Vicodin once and he smoked weed on the weekends. And then I was number 5, so I still got fucked with. And my technique, this is good, you can use this at UCLA, Trevor, is when a dude's chasing you because he wants to fuck you up, or you did something to him and he wants to repay you, and you're running and he's chasing after you, what I would do is the guy would get so close up on my tail because I was slow, and I would just drop into a ball all of a sudden, and then the guy would catch his feet on my back and go over onto his face. That was the fucking move. So you're fucking running full bore, and you just drop. I don't want to do it because I'm allergic to grass, but that saved me many a times from a beating.
You're allergic to grass?
I'm allergic to grass, yeah.
What?
Yeah. And the other guy would be shamed. And then once he's shamed, he doesn't really have the heart anymore to go pursue the beating he owes you. And just kind of has to shrug his shoulders. I think it's about it. That amphitheater we were at over there earlier with all the seats, I did some shitty fucking magic show when I was a kid. I think I was in kindergarten. My magician name was the Great Dan Dini, which real fucking original. And my mom had to help me with all the tricks. It was basically my mom putting on a magic show while I stood there dressed like a homosexual. I had on like a rainbow vest and a top hat. And the card trick I would do is I'd have somebody pick a card, and then when they pick the card, I'd look at the card on top of that one, and then I'd have them put it back in the deck in a controlled spot, put my card that I saw right on top, and then just dig through the deck until I saw my card, and I'd go 1 back. Oh, that guy found the entrance. We'll go through that entrance. Yeah, just the most rudimentary, shitty magic tricks you've ever fucking seen. And I'm glad I didn't pursue that career any longer. But magicians now are hot on social media, so maybe I fucked up. You got any magic, Trevor?
No.
Maybe you're trying to start a YouTube channel, maybe that should be your angle. Yeah, you see, I thought about walking all the way over there and I said, fuck that. You guys can't feel this heat, but this is hot August afternoon. This is Sacramento. It gets way hotter here than it does in LA, that's for sure. Yeah. Liability reasons. I'm gonna fucking sue this place. Give me a break. Yeah, these portables were the 7th and 8th grade when we were here. And this isn't the finest institution of learning in the area. So the kids we had around here were talking about getting hand jobs and fucking chicks, kind of like those kids we just met over at CASA. So this was my first introduction to sex. And I grew up, when I was in middle school, it was during that Sum 41, Blink-182 period where rock and roll was cool. So everybody had bleached black or fucking dyed black, spiked hair. Everybody drew checkerboards and stars of Satan on their wrists with Sharpies. They had safety pins in their fucking Junko jeans. That's what was going on out here.
Do you have any stories about like teachers or anything?
Yeah, I fucked one of my teachers when I was in 5th grade. No, like what kind of teacher stories?
I don't know. Anything?
I'm trying to think. Now I'm trying to dig out a teacher story. No, but I guess these were kind of my seeds of video projects and of getting in trouble a lot, which kind of ties into the YouTube thing now. Like the first comedy video I ever made that I can remember was we did a presentation on ancient Rome about gladiators and shit. And I don't remember any of the jokes, but my buddy and I made it, Tim, the guy I just mentioned, him and I made it. And the teachers loved it, all the kids fucking loved it, and we like performed it for another class because it was so funny. That's the shittiest anecdote you've ever heard because I don't remember any of the jokes. But that teacher, when we made that video, the teacher I had was my mortal enemy. I got sent out of the class and out into the hallway like 26 times that year. That was when I started really getting into trouble. And I think getting into trouble and being a rebel and being not interested in following the path that those around me were taking has, I guess, led me to being a jackass on camera and uploading it to the internet. There we go. I don't know what they're doing with that yard anyway. My gum can be there. Nobody's gonna fucking step on it. I'm trying to get into some more juicy sex stories, but nothing was happening. Oh,
Didn't happen in elementary school.
I got a fucking story, dude. So my buddy Tim again, this all comes back to him and I, we were in 6th grade and we pimped on these 2 older chicks who were in 8th grade, and they were fucking hot girls at the time, which God knows what that means now. But here's what we'd do, Trevor. We'd meet them in the field and we'd hug at lunch. And we'd get like 3 hugs each per lunch. And everybody looked at us as if we were like fucking these chicks. Everybody thought we were so cool. We're like, yeah, we're fucking dating Emily and Brittany, dude. We go and we hug them at lunch. And then I remember the girl wrote me a note how we couldn't be together because I was too young. And honest to God, in 2010, I think, when I was in community college before UCLA, I met up with that girl Emily, who I used to hug out in the field, and I fucked her, dude. I fucked my older, slightly out of reach 8th grade girlfriend. I fucked her on later in life. I avenged myself. I'm always into doing that. There was this chick who was too cool for me in middle school, this girl Amy. And she just recently followed me on Instagram, and I bet she's a mess now. She probably has a kid. She might have a drug habit. She's definitely a little fat. And I've been trying, like this girl was a prime Megan Fox, to get her into the sack, dude. I want nothing more than to avenge my 8th grade self. Because she was the girl, she was like sucking dudes off behind backstops. She was fucking like flashing dudes. This kid Vinny, who was just a scumbag, and this supports my thesis that the fucking dirtball kids are the ones that get all the action in this kind of age group. But she flashed him at lunch, and I remember I was shaking with rage and envy because I wanted to see those stupendous tits. And you know, they were B cups, they weren't anything spectacular. But now she's on Instagram. She seems impressed with my comedy shit. I'm gonna put my penis in this girl for you, Trevor, and for my Patreon audience. Yeah. That's a thing, dude. Once you make it, dude, you gotta go back and you gotta start toppling those fucking objects of desire from the old days. Hey, what's this guy doing over here? All right, we're going back over the fence. Yeah, you can keep it going. See if anything happens. Maybe somebody will approach us about hopping the fence, so having such a casual attitude about hopping the fence, maybe they'll come approach us. And it's a little harder on the way back. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I told you. It's not fucking easy, dude. So how many chicks have sucked your cock?
1.
Dang, dude. Yeah, you gotta get in a frat, man.
I'm going to in a rush. There's gonna be so many girls.
Trevor shows up in Danny Duncan videos periodically. You gotta start using that, man. You really gotta start emphasizing that.
I'll tell them that I do YouTube videos and I'll bring YouTube like girls from the YouTube stuff.
Well, you got 1,000 followers on Instagram, which is more than most people can say. You gotta bump that up to 3,000, 5,000, and that's good for some pussy, man. Once you get up to 5,000, that's the equivalent of what the hot girl on the volleyball team has. That's the equivalent of what the sorority chick with giant tits gets, you know? And once you're at those levels, that's a psychological trick, dude. Maybe get a picture with Danny Duncan. They're probably not gonna know who he is because they're just airheaded sorority girls, but they click on his picture, they see what's going on there, and you're in. I want monthly updates on you losing your virginity once you join this frat.
I will. I'll tell you every
Appropriate too. This guy figured out a way to do it. Yeah. That kid at the high school story was very reminiscent of fucking McLovin's story of getting laid. Just wandering into a bedroom at a party. You just keep filming. Yeah, fucking charter school. I thought it was a school for the retards, but those kids didn't seem too retarded. The kid actually sounded like he was mocking me when he asked me if I had a YouTube channel. I didn't like his tone. I had to put him in place by telling him my subscriber count, which in the scheme of things isn't too many, but it's certainly a lot for his little fucking 5-year-old brain. That bitch can't even comprehend numbers in the hundreds of thousands. The seat vibrates.
It's kind of dark.
If it's on auto, it should be fine. It should sort itself. Maybe your retinas are just adjusting, dude. Yeah. So people, that was a tour. That was a brief tour. This is within the immediate little expanse of my neighborhood. There's more to tell. There's more to fucking tell. Maybe I'll come up here for Christmas break, Thanksgiving, something like that. I still got to talk about my other middle school because I changed for 8th grade. I don't know. Lake Natoma. I got my cock touched a lot of times out at that Lake Natoma, which has popped up in one of my Patreon videos, I think. It's popped up in, I think My Friend is Gay, a YouTube video. Some Mormons used to live in this house. It was a Mormon family. They had like 7 kids. Why do Mormons just have to procreate like crazy? They're just trying to dominate the planet. That's just in their doctrine. It's a smart strategy if you're trying to popularize your religion. I don't know.
It's because they don't do anything till marriage, and then once they get married, it's just out of control.
Yeah, you'd fit in well with the Mormon religion. One blowjob in, how old do you know?
20.
One blowjob in 20 years. What about handjobs?
It started as that. I gotta tell you the whole story.
You are going to tell me or you're not going to tell me?
I have to.
Tell me. Tell me right now.
It was at I don't know, this video's bad.
Tell me. It's on Patreon, dude. It's paywall protected. You're fucking fine.
It was at a Chinese massage parlor.
That doesn't count, you asshole. That's your one blowjob and handjob?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
got a happy ending.
Have you made out with a chick?
Yeah.
You just haven't gone past
I had
that?
a girlfriend in high school. I just didn't do anything with
What? What?
her. Yeah.
Were you dating her for a week? Was
No.
it one of those, are we dating now?
It was-
Sure, yeah.
It was like a few months, but I just didn't go much further with her.
You didn't go any further with her.
No.
Did you feel her tits?
One time, but that was it.
You felt her tits one time?
Yeah.
What grade was this? What
when
year,
was
I mean?
Sophomore.
What kind of GPA did you have in high school?
4.1 or something.
What sports did you play?
Basketball and football.
Were you on varsity?
I did varsity basketball, yeah.
You didn't get any actual game time though, did you?
I did. I got some, yeah.
You a point guard? You're a small kid.
I
You're not
was a
small, but you're not giant and
Shooting
black.
guard. Shooting guard.
What does that mean? Is that like?
It's like basically kind of like point guard.
Okay, shooting guard. All right, so you were busy.
Yeah.
No, it's typical. Like, when I would talk to girls, because when I got to UCLA, I was already a full-on scumbag. I'd already fucked like 20 chicks. And so the other kids couldn't really compete because I had that vibe of the kid we met who went to juvie. And girls want a little bit of that. They want a mix of both. They want the goals, the potential future earnings, but they also want a guy who will choke them and slap them in the face in the sack and put his cock up their ass. So I had that going in, and I would talk to girls, and they would tell me they'd have sex with these dudes at UCLA who were incoming freshmen, and the guys would pop in 5-6 seconds. So don't think that you're an anomaly at school, because you're not. There are a lot of kids who are probably still virgins or fucked one girlfriend that they had for their entire high school career, and they don't know shit about picking up birds. Those kids invited me to the fucking varsity high school football game today. Again, if this were a Danny Mullen video, I'd fucking streak the field, or I'd fucking intercept the pass and run in for a touchdown. Probably get fucked up too. The kid weighed 270 pounds.
Yeah. I don't think there's no way.
You don't think?
No,
What?
my
Who lies about their fucking weight?
I don't know. My dad's way bigger than him. My dad's 225.
Yeah.
So my dad. My
Yeah.
dad's like twice that kid's size.
Yeah, those kids were lying about slaying pussy and lying about being fatter than they were. That's strange things. All right, and that's fucking about it. The only thing else I can think of is there's a mailbox down the street here that's in that book Home that's on Amazon that I started the ebook for, and it's the mailbox we blew up because a huge part of that book talks about this mailbox I hated that we'd blown up like 5 times in our life. Yeah, Piccolo Pete Bomb, people. That's how we did it. And I think it's going to wrap up the tour. There we go. Sorry, guys, for not having your names and pictures in the video this week. I was freaking out because the video got dog shit views last week. Had to correct the ship, and it worked out. Views are going good. So we'll be back on schedule on Patreon. Thank you guys for your support. I couldn't do this YouTube thing without you. My income would be based on Google AdSense bullshit, which I think this month is going to be clocking in at a cool $400. It's not quite enough to support myself in Los Angeles. So thank you on Patreon. I'm going to keep putting out content for you and putting your fucking names and pictures at the end of the video. Later on.